Finally, we couldn't leave Dickens without a reference to one of his most enjoyable stories, and that's A Christmas Carol, with a part that I played on the stage, Mr. Scrooge. This is early on in the story. It was Christmas Eve at Scrooge's counting house. There was Scrooge and his clerk, Bob Cratchit. A young man enters. "Merry Christmas, Uncle." It was Scrooge's nephew.
"Bah," said Scrooge. "Humbug!"
"Christmas a humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure."
"I certainly do. Out upon a Merry Christmas. If I had my way, every idiot that goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart."
"But, Uncle..."
"Nephew, you keep Christmas in your way and let me keep it in mine."
"Keep it? But you don't keep it."
"Let me leave it alone then. Much good may it do you. Much good has it ever done you."
"But I'm sure I've always thought of Christmas as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time. It's the only time I know when men and women seem to open their hearts freely and to think of others."
"You're quite a powerful speaker, sir. I wonder you don't go into Parliament."
"Don't be angry with me, Uncle. Tomorrow's Christmas Day. Come and have your meal with us."
"I'll see you in hell first."
"But why, Uncle, why?"
"Why did you get married?"
"Because I fell in love."
"Because you fell in love? Ridiculous."
"But you never came to see me before that happened. Why give it as a reason for not coming now?" But Scrooge had turned back to his work.
"Good afternoon."
I want nothing from you, Uncle. I ask nothing of you, but why cannot we be friends?"
"Good afternoon."
"I'm very sorry, with all my heart, to find you so resolute, but I'll keep my Christmas to the last. So, a Merry Christmas, Uncle."
"Good afternoon, and a Happy New Year." "Good afternoon."
As Scrooge's nephew left, two other gentlemen came in. "Scrooge and Marley's, I believe. Have we the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?"
"Mr. Marley's been dead these 7 years. He died 7 years ago, this very night."
"Well, at this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is more than usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at the present time. Now, what should I put you down for?"
"Nothing."
Oh, Mr. Scrooge, you wish to remain anonymous?"
"I wish to be left alone. Since you ask me what I wish, gentlemen, this is my answer.
I don't make merry myself at Christmas, and I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help to support the prisons and the workhouses. They cost enough.
And those who are badly off must go there."
Well, many can't go there, and many would rather die."
"If they would rather die, they'd better do it and decrease the surplus population."
The two gentlemen left. Eventually it was time to close the office for the day. Scrooge spoke to his clerk. "Cratchit, I suppose you want all day off tomorrow, I suppose?" "If it's quite convenient, sir."
"It's not convenient, and it's not fair. If I was to stop you £0.50 for it, you'd think yourself mighty ill-used, I'll be bound."
Yes, sir."
"And yet you don't think me ill-used when I have to pay you a day's wages for no work."
"Well, it's only once a year, sir."
"A poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th day of December. But it is the law. I suppose you'll have to have the whole day off. We'll be back at work all the earlier the next morning."
Thank you.